One of probably the most often asked questions when I'm at conferences is people stop me and say, time management, how do you fit it all in? So I am not a time management guru by any stretch of the imagination, but I'll share with you some of the things I do that helps me. I think time management is a very individualized and personal thing. So even though I'm going to give you some of my ideas, they may not work for you. You really have to kind of figure it out on your own by trial and error, which is what I've done over 34 years of being in the industry. So one, this is something I've actually started doing 64 days ago. So I'm 59, I'm still learning. I started reading this book. It was recommended to me called The Miracle Morning. And basically what it says is, get up an hour earlier. You know, time is our most important commodity, and to try to fit it in the day is next to impossible, especially if you are a parent. It's not going to happen. So I started doing this 64 days ago, and it absolutely has helped me get more done. So I highly recommend it. Now, what I'm doing in the morning with regards to the book and what I'm going to be adapting to is for another video. But if you can get up another 30 minutes earlier every morning, so I used to get up at 6, now I get up at 5. I'm getting more done. I'm also going to bed earlier now because I'm exhausted. But what was I doing at night? I was watching Netflix. So getting up an hour earlier and getting more done is more productive. So for time management, if you need to find more time in your schedule, get up earlier. 2, time blocking. So I'm not a detail-oriented person. For those of you that know me, I know you're like giggling on the other end of the camera right now. Time blocking is crucial when it comes to doing detail-oriented things, which in our world we do, right? Right now, I have a 5 below LOI. I think it's 30 pages. I have to sit down and turn off my phone and turn off my iPad or my computer, close my door to my office and focus. I don't like doing it and I procrastinate. So what my tips are for that is I put a timer. I'll tell Josie, because I want my phone off, 30 minutes, knock on my door in 30 minutes, or Kara, so that I can focus and I know I can do anything for 30 minutes. Well, by the time I'm into that LOI within 30 minutes, I'm either close to getting done and I'll just go ahead and finish it, or I'm on a roll and I'll keep going, maybe for canvassing and cold calling. So time blocking is very important, especially when it's something that distractions would cause it to take a lot longer. If I sat down and tried to do a national tenant LOI and got a million different distractions, I'd never get the thing done. So time blocking, removing distractions helps me. This is something I've been doing for years and years and years. Every night before I go to sleep, I think about what are the 3 most important things I need to get done tomorrow. Now, I said the word important. I didn't say the word urgent. It's a big difference. The urgent things will definitely happen. The important things, the ones that will move the ball ahead, mostly prospecting, new business generation, you tend to avoid. So what I try to do is say, what are the 3 important things I need to get done tomorrow? I put them in my Outlook calendar. And you know, a lot of our work is phone calls. So after I drop Mari off at the bus stop and on my way to the gym or the office, I may get 2 of those 3 done because they're phone calls. So I do this religiously. I've done it for years, and it helps me because Friday night, I can look back and I can conceivably say 3 times 5, 15. If I can get 12 of those 15 done a week, I've had a really good week. So try that. This is my least favorite suggestion, but probably the most impactful. Here's the good news. It's like paving a shopping center parking lot. You only need to do it once a year. It's called the exercise of torture. The exercise of torture. Some of you know you that are my clients know what I'm talking about. 1 week per year, you write down every single activity that you do between Monday morning at 8 till Friday night at 6, or, around those hours, every 15 minutes. It's an exercise of torture. I'm telling you, by Wednesday, you're making stuff up because you forgot. If you can stay true, and even if you could just do one day, but if you do a whole week, I promise, if you send it to me, I promise you I'll find you 3 hours. Because you're doing 3 hours of stuff you should not be doing. And would you like to get 3 hours more in your week? Do the exercise of torture and send it to me. We'll discuss it, and I promise I'll find you 3 hours. And then lastly, I want you to find out how valuable you are. What does that mean? I want you to take your last 12 months of income and then divide it by the number of hours you work to come up with an hourly rate. Are you worth 50 an hour? Are you worth 100 an hour? Are you worth 300 an hour? Figure out your hourly rate. And if you can hire someone cheaper than your hourly rate to do stuff you don't want to do it. Hire the lawn guy. Hire the cleaning lady. Hire the CRM inputter person. Whatever it is that I know someone who hired a driver. I don't really like driving, and I could get a lot of stuff done if I was sitting in the back of the car, but I think I could only do that if I lived in New York. In South Florida, I don't think it would fly. But if you find out and determine what your hourly rate is, and then list things, and trust me, when we go through the exercise of torture, if you tell me you were delivering keys to a new tenant and it wasn't a relationship building exercise, I'm going to tell you to outsource that to someone else. Because think about that. The drive to the center, the meeting with the tenant, the drive back, it's 3 hours. And if you already have a relationship with the tenant and it's a solid relationship, you should not be delivering keys to that tenant. So those are 5 areas that I believe that have helped me personally with my time management, and I hope will help you too. Good luck. Send me your exercise of torture. I challenge you to do that. Thanks for watching the video. If you like these videos, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. If you want more of me, check me out on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. We also have a monthly book club that all of the book club calls are on Anchor, the podcast. I have about 50 other podcasts on Anchor as well. And if you're a female and want to invest, check out January 9th. We are holding our first commercial real estate investment symposium for women. It is going to blow your socks off. I hope to see you there. Don't forget, like and subscribe.